still get nervous when I go live. It's so crazy. People are like, I'm so scared to be on camera. I'm like, I've done this for years and I still get nervous every time I press live. Not every time, sometimes, and it's kind of weird. I'm like, why am I nervous? Just turn up and do it. The successful people are the ones who get up and do it anyway. If you haven't watched my Wildly Wealthy Witches free series, you'll want to get in on that. So comment Wealthy Witch below if you haven't seen that. You must see that. If you want to increase your income in any way, which shape or form, even if you're not in this industry, even if you're not online, even if you don't do this work, you must watch my Wildly Wealthy Witches free training series. Just comment Wealthy Witches below if you haven't seen that, because it's like everything to do with increasing all the magical things in your life, not just like doing this sort of business, if you may. It's worth it. It's worth the training. Okay. Hi, my name is Hannah. Welcome to Reality Awareness. If this is your first time here, comment below, let me know where you're tuning in from around the world, or if you're watching replay, press replay, type replay, I should say. But we are live this second in time. So hello everybody joining me live. Hello, hello. Okay, as always, going to share this live stream. And then I shall be present with you. Yay! Hello, hello. All right, just gonna share this in one more place. Love the hair, thanks. Okay, nearly there. Sharing away. Hi, hello, hello. Okay, perfect. Yay. Let's go. Let's just jump straight in today. From Quebec, hello. I'm in Australia, for those of you who didn't recognize and realize, hello. Okay, so let's just jump straight in today. I want to jump in because look at all these beautiful cards. Oh, can't really see them all. There's heaps. There's still heaps in my cupboard up there too. Which ones are we going to choose today? Okay, so let's jump straight in. Those of you who haven't seen me here in so long. I haven't been live in like a week, but you know. About cash flow aspect in all of life. Yeah, so if you haven't watched, I've got a free training series. It's called the Wildly Wealthy Witches. So if you haven't seen that, there's two so far. There's two trainings. There's a third one coming up in a week or so, maybe a bit longer, about 2 weeks, doing another one. So there'll be three in the three-part series. At the moment, there's only two. So if you haven't watched that free training series, like I said, it's free. If you want to increase your income in all different avenues and ways, and it's a whole thing. Like it's like why it hasn't worked for you, why the successful people are successful, why you're not, you know, all the things, right? Like it's like if you really want to understand how to be wealthy, you need to watch this. Yeah. So just a little background for me. I'm a single mother whose daughter is now mid-teenager, and I've built Reality Awareness from nothing. I took myself off government support, turned Reality Awareness into a $1 million company. I know a thing or two about it, this stuff. So Wildly Wealthy Witches free series, comment Wildly Wealthy Witches below, or just comment witch below and I'll send it to you. Must have hidden you from my feed. Yes, probably. Probably because of some of the things I say sometimes. I don't really care. People find me when they find me. People come back when they're ready. In a way of like, you know, it's just meant to be. Okay, so let's jump into psychic readings this morning. So, if you haven't done my psychic readings on this page before, how I work is I ask for you to say yes, please, like now. So you just say yes, please, only once. I see all your comments. Don't put yes please, yes please, yes please, because will ignore you. That's called spam. Don't spam. Just comment yes please below, and then I'll have a list of yes pleases, and I will intuitively choose someone from the list. I'll just bring these comments up properly. I forgot about that. Might help. Like I haven't gone live for ages. I've forgotten how to do it. So I've got your yes pleases coming up there now, and you have to stay live. So you can't just comment yes please and then leave and then come back and think that I've read you. No, that's not fair on everyone else. So you need to stay live. And I'm sure there was something else. Make sure you listen even if I don't choose you. Meaning that if you're intuitive, you'll pick up a message that's just for you as well. Okay. Wealthy witches, let's go. Maybe there's wizards here as well, I'm sure. Okay. Who is this for? This is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I freaking love this deck. Where is it? Can you see it? There we go. Dreams of Gaia. Dreams of Gaia. Shine. It's shining too much. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. Who's this for? I can see the cards, but you can't. But I'm just going to pick this one. Oops, they all fell out. This is a fire card, I think. Okay, who we got here? Let me check these yeses intuitively from the list. Okay, so Bianca White jumped out at me, and so does Elena Del Signor Barry. Elena, not Alina. So Elena Del Signor Barry and Bianca White. Okay, so I've got, like I said, the whole deck fell out, but I'm going to take it as these readings like this. So Bianca and Alina, let's see what comes through. So there's this one here. It's so interesting because in my intuitive channel, so if you don't know about my intuitive channel, on Telegram, you know, the app Telegram, I have an intuitive channel, and it's a monthly membership subscription. And basically every day I'm putting in like a daily intuitive message. Like I intuitively tune in. I'm like, what does everyone need to hear today? What is the message? Sometimes I'll do a card reading. Other times I'll just channel messages coming through. It keeps you on track. It keeps you, you know, connected to your intuition. If you want the link for that, just comment channel below. The investment for that will be increasing on the 1st of October. So you might want to jump in for that now. So just comment channel below if you want the link for that. The point of me sharing that is that when I saw this card, I'm like, this is like what I pulled out in Intuitive Channel last night. Different deck, same like fire, same similar snake like around. And this is I'm pretty sure it's the fire card, I better check. Even though I've had this deck for ages, I still love looking and to see what messages jump out because I don't know it fully. Like the card that came out last night was Transfiguration, which is like transmutations, like who's in your energy field. And I did channel something about that for Tuesday Tarot this week as well, card number 6 if I remember correctly, and it's like who's in your energy field. Like when snakes are around, like snakes have lots of different meanings, but when it came through in Tuesday Tarot, it was like who's in your energy field, who do you need to clear out, like who's infiltrating your energy field, right? So for Bianca and then Elena as well, sorry, let me just concentrate and get this here. So this is purification, meditation, grounding, connection, cycles, change, interaction, stress. And this is, it's like reconnect back to nature, reconnect back to the intuitive nature. So Bianca and Alina, this is for you. This is for both of you, this message. So there's apples in the tree up the top. Well, yeah, it looks like apples because there's green ones and there's red ones. And it's almost like, I want to say like who's trying to pull the wool over your eyes? So it's like you're needing to trust your intuition about which direction you need to go right now. Like you need to trust your intuition about where you're being guided to go. It's almost like someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Someone's trying to trick you, but it's not that. It's more like you deeply need to trust your intuition right now, because you could go in a direction that might seem like it's right, but it's taking you off path. And that's why it's like this sort of sneaky energy, and I don't mean it in a bad manipulative way. It's like, you know, like, and this is where trusting your intuition is like a gold mine, because we can do things that we think feel right, and then afterwards we're like, oh, it actually wasn't like, that actually wasn't the right path. Even though every path is correct and it all leads you to the correct place, it's like, so this is such a fine tuning for you, Alina, and for Bianca. And so connect back to nature, purify your field. Like, I want to say, before making a decision, step back. Like, it's like, is this really the path you want to go on? Yeah, it's so like, what's the word? So thin, so fine tuned. So like, it can feel right, but it's actually not the right path for your higher self, for your intuition. Does that make sense? I think of it as heading as a headlight in the dark. Exactly, right? And it's like the path that doesn't seem like you the path that you can't see the outcome is the one that you need to go. The one that's like, yes, this is all the things we're going to do. It's kind of like, this is not the path of the unknown. And it's where it's like trusting your intuition, right? And as I always say, it's like trusting your intuition over the great big shiny object that's like, yes, this is the whole direction. You can see the rest of your life panned out. Usually the path of your life purpose, you can only see 1 or 2 steps ahead. You might have a full big picture, but you just can't see, like, it's like exactly the headlight in the dark. Exactly that. Awesome analogy. So it's like you've got this one, and this is technically a pass card, if you may. And then you've got this one. So this one, like I said, a whole pile fell out. Okay, let me just, oh, they're not, sorry, that's not a fire card, it's an earth card. Yeah. Tarot is not my strong point, but I still read them and I'll still look in the book because the messages are magic. Okay, the Seneschal. It's so earthy. This one is so like intuitive to the wisdom. How interesting. They're both like meditating in nature in a way, right? The masculine and feminine balance is big at the moment, as is heart chakra. This is so heart chakra. Dropping another content drop for heart chakra today. I'm so excited. The heart, earth, heart. When we're in the heart chakra, we're in the earth. We're like heart of the earth, and it's like the breadth spreads out. Like expansion happens when we hit heart chakra. So I teach from the chakras coming down, and when we hit the heart, it's like we're hitting the earth and we're like, woof. We might as well be in base chakra when we're working on the heart chakra, because the base and the heart chakra are very intricately connected because of the intuition. And it's like, follow your heart, like that's your true destiny. And this is where it's like for you, Bianca, and for Elena, it's like you're in such a pivotal point in your life right now, like real crossroads, or like you've got some big decisions to make, or it's like really, really strong. So I'm just picking up just before it even happens. Little side note for everybody. There's been a lot of scammers lately. I will never message you constantly. Like if something's off, it's off, okay? Like don't give anyone your credit card if they're hounding you for your credit card, or like to book a reading. Like I won't hound you. There's scammers out. They copy my account. It looks like me. It's not me. If you look at the fine-tuned print, like if you really study the grammar on their page, it's not me, okay? So I'm just intuitively picking up. I'm like, they'll probably start commenting on my thing in a minute. So I will never friend request you, hound you, chase you down. Like it's not me, okay? Just report them, block them, just block them, ignore them. Just use your intuition, okay? They're just fine tuning your intuition, okay? So just wanted to say that. So yeah, definitely crossroads. I see you comment there. Yes, Elena, major upgrades and changes. Yeah. And so it's like this thing around like this, you know, like the crossroads that you're at right now. Like I said, like we're never on the wrong path, okay? But there is I want to say like a fast a faster path to your life purpose if you trust your intuition, and it's usually the path that you can't see ahead, right? And we deep down know in our heart, this is the way we've got to go. Even when there's a beautiful, great, shiny object, like, you know, like, we could get married, or we could do this, or this is the answer to all your problems, like, it's so amazing, and it probably fucking would be, right? Like, I'm not doubting that, and like I said, there's no wrong or right, but it's like, your intuition deep down knows. So let me see what this is, and see how it's got a dog on it as well. So this one, there's a dog there, she's again meditating in the forest, upgrades, not feeling at crossroads. Yeah, so upgrades as well. And so this is where it's like grounding down. And so there's two things. So got some big decisions to make. Either going to go this way or this way. But as for you, Bianca, grounding down. There's a thing that happens with your life purpose where you reach a certain stage of like all the cycles, the toxic stuff, and you're healing and you do all that. And then it gets to a point where it's almost like it stops, or your path stops, or you get planted down somewhere, grounded down on the earth. You're not moving anywhere. You have to stay where you are. You're stuck where you are, but you're grounding down. You're putting roots down. When we put roots down, our purpose can take root, and the apples can grow on the tree, and we can reap the rewards of all the work we've done to date. So with the dog, it's like loyal to the heart, to the throat, to your purpose. And let me just see what this is actually about. Yeah, trustworthy. So servant, administrator, mediator, justice, law, organized, trustworthy, and loyal. Service to a higher purpose. What was I just talking about? It's like we can... oh Mia, you better watch out, honey, because why are you even on this page? You're the one that's going to get a demonic attack if you're like coming on people's pages and going, oh my god, this is so bad. I'm like, why are you fucking watching if it's so bad? I'm sorry, but people who come on here and say shit like that, I'm like, that makes no logical sense to me. Why are you coming on my page on something you hate? What a waste of fucking energy. I'm sorry, that pisses me off. Go off my page then, like, for real. Sorry, it's so funny. Like, what a waste of time, right? Waste of time me saying that, but at the same time I'm like, that makes no logical sense to me, people. Like, why are you coming on my page and saying this shit when you could go and be changing the fucking world? Like, come on. Oh my god. Service to a higher purpose. There we go. Like, go and do your thing. Like, oh my god, telling someone what they're doing is wrong is not the way you change their fucking mind. Trust me. Okay. Is your power real or borrowed? How interesting she comes on this. Use your personal power wisely. Where are you focusing your time and energy? Okay, back to Bianca and Alina. So it's like, when you're grounded in a place, then your purpose can take root. Yeah? Then your purpose can take root, then the fruit can bear. I've been like, I've traveled around, right? I did road trips, didn't work for me. I need to be grounded. I need an office. I need a computer set up. That's just how I work best. Sure, like everyone works best differently, but for me, I need a base. I need a base. And so for Alina, and you said at crossroads, it's kind of like, which one's going to give you the most grounding long term, right? Like I said, is it the big shiny picture, or is it the one that your heart feels, even though you can't see, like the next stage, as you say, the headlight in the dark, right? And so Bianca, with the upgrades, right, the final outcome card here is the youth. And this is like going on an adventure. This is like the epitome of the headlights in the dark. This is like the epitome of, you know, coming into a place where you're going in. Like ultimately the message of this card is like, you've grown up, you're on your own path, you can leave the family pack, you can go on your own adventure. And that means separating out of society and creating your purpose. And I just feel like there's such a big, you know, grounding of all the ideas you've had about your life for a long time. But it's like, because you're grounded, you're entering a different frequency, right? When we're moving around or we're leaving unhealthy toxic cycles or whatever it is, we're sort of like on this loop and a certain frequency because we're healing and we're getting it out of our body, if you may. And then when we ground into a place, we can heal on a deeper level because we have that grounding. We can reconnect back to our true nature and remember who we are at the heart, doing what we love. And this is like really where you're coming into right now. So yeah, and like this was the past card. So yes, who's in your energy and stuff like that, but it's like you're grounding out of it. Oh, look, there we go. So like I said, guys, I will never, like this person, like they look like, if it's not me, like the scammers copy other psychics and it looks like a good psychic. It's not, they just copy our accounts. It's so fucked up. Okay. All right. So really strong message to like follow your heart, but it's not a repeating of the toxic cycle heart. Does that make sense? And this is like, so we're in heart chakra at the moment. Like I'm teaching the heart chakra consciousness, and it's so this, like we release the codependent cycles, not just from our life, but from the generation and from societal conditioning. Like that is so big because society's been raised by a narcissist, like for real. And so society is untangling from that and then waking up from unconsciousness and then going, okay, we need to heal all this. How do we do that? And then we're moving into the new earth, if you may. So yes. Yeah, so just ignore them, just block them, you know, like sometimes you can report them and sometimes like social media people, they just like, this is not like, we don't, just block them, ignore them, yeah. Refined heart from past. Yes, exactly, yeah. I love it. Leah says, AI rattling people with the crap, distractions and manipulation. Yes. All right. So that one was, I think, a bit of a collective reading as well. But like really releasing all that from like, it's like for Alina and Bianca, it's like you're grounding down to a whole new frequency. Whether you're moving around or not is irrelevant to you're grounding a whole new frequency because you've come out of those cycles and you're choosing the grounded heart path, not the toxic cycles that we've been raised in. Big time. Yeah, big time. All right, so I have another round of yes pleases. If this is your first time to my live stream, how I work with the readings, if you just comment yes please when I ask you to, like now, just say yes please. I only do it once. I see you guys, I see all your comments come up. Trust me, they, you know, popping across the screen. I do see them. And yeah, and then as I get a list of yes pleases, I will intuitively see who I'm drawn to in the yes please list, and then I will choose somebody, of course, and you just have to stay live for the reading. You can't just pop it on and then come back and think that I've read you and you weren't here, because that's not fair to everybody else. Okay, which one? A birthday reading. It's my birthday too. Thank you. Thank you all for the beautiful birthday wishes this week, by the way. Happy birthday, Kimberly. And as well, if you'd like to book a private psychic reading with me, guys, now, between now and the end of the year, my calendar books out fast. So if you're wanting to get a 30-minute personal psychic reading with me, like now's the time to book, because my calendar books out and then it won't be until next year before you can book a reading with me. So if you want to book a personal psychic reading, just comment psychic below and I will send you the details for that. But yeah, it's like it books, my calendar fills up fast between now and the end of the year. So, all right, so who is this reading for? Okay. So Tracy Walker. Okay. All right, that was a bit of a long reading. I know I do a bit of long readings. I'm going to try and do them reasonably fast. Is that bad of me to say? 2 hours later. No, just let me see how many people I can get through, right? Sorry, I'm just laughing because I don't stop talking. Okay. I like to explain things in depth, okay? All right, so this is for Tracy Walker. Clear yourself. Same sort. Oh, it's interesting, right? I think, you know, and okay. Clear yourself. This is the past. I'll just go in. Okay, so Tracy, this is clear yourself. Archangel Michael is working with you. And have you asked your angels for help with this? Have you asked Archangel Michael? Really strong for you at the moment, Tracy. And solar plexus. So this is taking back your power. So I was about to say, there's a million messages coming through. I was about to say, this is like the last reading I just did. Clear yourself. Who's in your energy field? Like this must be a really strong, and what I was about to say, I'll just say it all. There's a really strong energy in the air of clearing out old trauma, generational patterns, soul generational patterns in the others right now. Like there is, right? And that's what I said in the heart chakra consciousness. Like the first thing we're doing is clearing the codependent patterns, not just from our life, not just from generation, but from a societal web. Like that's what's lifting off consciousness right now, right? And if you watched my 3-part important collective update, you know, that I did, the 3 live streams about the important intuitive update, collective update at the end of August, it was very much that. It's kind of like we're in this spin, and then the first 2 weeks of September we've been like, it was like, oh, okay, where's everybody going? And then everyone's sort of got their path now, and now that everyone's grounded in the path of what they've chosen, then like it's like now everyone's grounded in this new frequency doing what the thing is, like everyone's gone on their own timelines, if you may. Now the clearing can begin because everyone's chosen. You know, it's kind of interesting, right? So for you, Tracy, it's really important for you to take back your power around what you're choosing for yourself. Archangel Michael, so there might be some like discord going on for you, Tracy, because when it's like when everything is falling apart, your life purpose has been triggered, and it's like, you know, we can go off path, and it gets to a point where you can't go off path anymore. Like you have to make the changes, and if you don't make the changes, spirit will make them for you. And so I'm so curious for you, Tracy, because Archangel Michael is like right by your side with this, and I keep getting about protection for you. Like, yeah, clear yourself. Because I feel like there is quite a bit of negative energy around you. Like, I don't know, someone's struggling with an addiction or something around you, but it feels like it's quite heavy. And to really make sure that you are clearing your energy like frequently, like you need to be taking extra care of yourself. Like you need to be taking like 10 times the amount of care of yourself that you usually do, because right now it's really heavy around you. Archangel Michael's with you, helping sort this out, but it feels like it almost feels like you're not doing enough to take care of yourself, and Archangel Michael is having to intervene, and that's why things are just going like, whoa, this is not what I thought was going to be happening. Like there's some sort of big like 90-degree turn that's happened for you. And have you asked your angels for help with this? And it just feels like there's a bit of like, because of the sort of almost sudden change, it's also like, it's like we forget to ask for help, right? And heart chakra, yeah. So the ascended masters are really around you as well. And look, this is the heart chakra. I was just talking about the heart chakra, wasn't I? So the things that are happening is because your life purpose is triggering a blessed like path change. I want to say career change path, but the heart is awakening, yeah. And it's like, this is what you need to be focusing on, but asking for help. And I want to say taking as much time out as you can. Like it's like, take as much time as you can out and refill your cup, so to speak, and until you feel this again. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like you need more time out for yourself at this time to refuel your cup. But I also feel that the choices you are making is like really strong boundaries that you've implemented as well because of it. And it's like, this is like regaining your power because of it, but everything feels like it's like rocking, if you may. Because that's what happens when we step out of old patterns. Like Archangel Michael's got his sword there, like when we're cutting old ties, when we're releasing the patterns, like everything's, you know, you can imagine a web, and then we cut it, and then it's just like, whoa, it's like got to refine its balance again on the new frequency. That's why everything just feels like it, you know, falls apart. Yeah. You're so welcome, Tracy. I hope that resonates for you. So I'll have another round of yes, pleases. I saw that white line too on the Schumann resonance. How interesting. Yeah, the black back line for September 23. Oh, it's the equinox today. Happy equinox, everybody. Well, in Australia it is already. So yes, if you just like to put in yes, please. Yes, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. And guys, the 21-day quantum trauma shifter begins on our solar eclipse on the 14th of October, and the solar eclipse is the next day. The 21-day quantum trauma shifter, I'm so excited for this. It's going to be like one big, like long full moon ceremony. The energy of it anyway. Very powerful, very, very healing 21-day quantum trauma shifter. Like it's gonna be a bit intense, I want to say. But it's like, you know, like it's a healing cocoon. It's 3 weeks. It's going to be potent. It's going to shift stuff. Be prepared. If you want the details of that, comment quantum below and I'll send you the details. It's going to be an awesome freaking journey. I love doing 21-day quantum trauma shifters. Shifter programs. I do them with my clients, but this is a group program that we're going to travel through together starting on the solar eclipse. So I was like, got the date, and then I'm like looking on the calendar. I'm like, oh, there's a solar eclipse the next day. Of course. So just comment quantum below if you'd like the details for that. And if you would like to book a private psychic reading, my calendar between now and Christmas books out fast. So if you don't want to wait until next year to get a private 30-minute psychic reading with me, just comment psychic below and I'll send you the details so you can book before that books out. I know. I'm looking forward to it too, Jamie. It's going to be a powerful journey. I'm really excited about the 21-day quantum shifter. Okay, let me check these. Here, so Sativa, Sammy Girl says, my name's not Tracy, but it feels like you're talking to me. Everything you're speaking of resonates in my life at this moment. Thank you for doing this live. You're so welcome. And that's the thing, if I don't get to pick you, if you listen carefully, it will resonate on some level. Okay, the 5 cards just came out. So this is a 5-card reading for someone. Tracy says, yes, I'm trying hard at the moment. I want to say remove try from your vocabulary and choose instead. A lot more power in that, right? When we're like, I'm trying to do this. No, remove try from your vocabulary and say, I am choosing to do this. It's a very, very powerful switch in words, guys, here, right? I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to implement boundaries, or no, I'm choosing to implement this boundary, or I'm choosing to not implement this boundary right now. See how powerful that is? Like, because ultimately it is. I'm choosing to not hold this boundary. I'm choosing to hold this boundary. I'm trying to hold this boundary. I'm trying not to hold it. I'm choosing gives us more power. Yeah. Guys, remember these scammers, not me. I will never hound you. Don't ever give anyone's credit. Don't give your credit card. It's not me. It's not another psychic. Like, genuine psychics don't hound you and friend request you and cash app and put your details. No, no, it's a scammer. Please use your intuition, okay? I'm trying to block them on my page as they come up, but it's, yeah, just please don't get scammed. Don't ever give your card. If you're not sure, send me a message and check. Okay. Nikki says it's a lot clearer of what needs to be worked on and cleared now. We have our own timelines in place. It's pretty amazing to be living in this time, even if it's chaotic. I know, right? It's crazy. Crazy, chaotic, organized. It's organized chaos. Is that what it is? Okay, let me scan through this. Yes, please. I have them here. This is for Becky Robinson. That was 5 that came out. Ugh. This is the deck that I used last night in my intuitive channel. If you'd like the details for my intuitive channel, which is where I pop in a daily message to you guys on Telegram. It's like receiving a personal message from me every day. Just comment channel below. The investment is increasing on the 1st of October for that. So this is the card that actually came out in the intuitive channel yesterday. So Transfiguration, as you can see, like it just looks like that other card with this is not a snake either, but it's the plant. Yeah, and this is, I don't know what the name of this plant is. Maybe it's Jurgensacher. It's a very balancing card. It's a card of masculine and feminine unity. Well, that flower is. But transforming through all this, yeah? So this is for Becky. Just want to check Becky's still here, Ashley, because I was talking for a bit then. So Becky Robinson, are you still here? There's so much info on what you say, it's helping me out. Thank you. I like to explain things in detail because that's consciousness, right? We can heal quite a lot when we consciously understand something. It's like the aha is like, oh, all the connections happen. We're like, oh, healed. Becky, yay. Okay. So in the past, so these are the 5 cards that pulled out. These are so beautiful, these cards. Mitraga, sometimes I can't pronounce things, okay? This is one of the herbs. Shape-shifting. It feels like you've been welding and meeting like your whole life, and then you've come into a place where you're like waking up to actually what's really important to you. I feel like you're being halted at the moment, and it feels like there's nothing, it's almost like there's nothing that you can do to move forward on anything. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you're trying, but it's like, it's not working or something, right? It's sort of like, it's, what is it? I don't know, there's something there. But I want to say you're protected, right? Sometimes when we're trying to move forward on something and then it's like it's not working, we're actually being protected, right? We're actually being protected. And when we stop trying to force that path and just go, obviously not the right time, like doesn't mean we stop giving up what we're trying to create or push forward on, but there's a time, like it's like a surrender, but it's a trusting of the divine timing, because when something's ready to go, like, you know, all the doors open up for you. It's complete synchronicity, right? And sometimes we're like, oh, it's not working, or I'm not good enough, or something I'm doing. And it's like, sometimes it's actually a divine timing and a bigger picture protection going on for you. And that's what I am picking up with this. And it's interesting because this is the bottom card, and I'm like, who's in your energy? This is a card of who's infiltrating your energy field that's not meant to be there. So it's like, well, actually you're being protected, so that you don't go down a wrong path. And covered in goosebumps as I say this, truth bumps, you've done a lot of work and you're being deeply protected by the guardians right now, because like in this shape-shifting makes more sense now. Like you've done a lot of work in the past to get where you are. So it's like they're not going to let you go backwards to learn lessons you've already learned, but it's also like a frequency thing. Like because you've done a lot of work, you're at a certain vibration now, and you're at this point where this is like energetically you're protected. Like energetically you just can't even go there anymore because you're at a vibration where you, like, it's not a match. Does that make sense? Like it's not a match. And so yes, you're protected by the guardians and stuff, but also like energetically it just doesn't line up anymore. Does that make sense? And in that I want to say, so what is a higher dream? What is a bigger picture dream for you going on that is like actually, like, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we're halted and it's not working. There's a divine timing, but also your frequency has changed because of the work you're doing. So it's like we can't, that's not the path anymore. And we try because of habit and all the things. It's like when we give up coffee, for example, or give up an addiction, it's the habit that we want to try and keep going, but we're just, you get it, right? And so I want to ask you, and something to journal on would be, what are my higher dreams? It's almost like, help me, like these are questions that you write down in your journal, right? Really awesome journal prompts for everyone, by the way, you want to write these down. You know, like help me to, like, dear higher self, or dear ancestors, spirit guide, whoever you want to talk to, you know, dear higher self, help me to see a bigger picture that I'm not yet conscious of. Divine step number 2 in awakening your life purpose is open-mindedness. There's 12 divine steps to awakening your life purpose. Number 2 is open-mindedness. If you don't have an open mind, how can you see your life purpose that is not yet on the planet? Dear higher self, help me to see things and see a bigger picture that I'm not yet conscious of. That just open to mind, because it makes your mind open to things that you've closed off to, or subconsciously or not even conscious that you've closed off to. See how powerful that is? And if you listen, it makes you listen. It makes you almost quiet, because your brain is like, you know, whenever you ask a question, your brain is like trying to find an answer, right? So when you're like, dear higher self, dear brain, help me to see and open to conscious awareness of my bigger picture of my life purpose that I'm not yet conscious of. Like, however you want to word it, you get the point, right? And your brain goes quiet because your brain is trying to listen or open or figure it out. Very, very powerful for everyone, by the way. So, Becky, it's like really like, number one, trust. There's nothing wrong with you, but you've done a lot of work that you've reached a point in your evolution right now where there's a higher path that's opening up for you. This one is community. And I want to say, like, it's almost like stop trying to force that, like we just spoke about, and reconnect back to community, whatever that means to you. It's almost like I want to say take a break, you know, with what we just spoke about here in the high frequency and a different vibration that you're now on, right? The old path, you're not a match for it anymore. So open up. It's like you're on this higher path, and in the higher path, because it's all brand new, it's like there's exploring to do here. Sorry, I feel like I've got a cat home. My mouth somehow. There's exploring to do. And it's almost like, I want to say take a break from trying to force your purpose or whatever you were doing, right? Give yourself a break. And what I mean by that is like this is in the next 6 months card position, if you may. And it's like give yourself 6 months. Now, I'm not saying don't work on your purpose, don't try and create it. I'm not saying any of that, because intuitively you'll know when it's like, no, it's just the block right now, it's not flowing, it's not what you've done. But there's a recalibration that happens when we enter a new frequency where there's a whole new world to explore. And this connecting with community in whichever way, shape or form opens up new pathways, obviously connections, learning new things, meeting new people, expanding in different ways, opportunities that we never thought were possible. Dear high self, what are the possibilities and, I don't know, pathways that I'm not yet conscious of? And by the way, that journal prompt, just like write down whatever comes to mind. Like, even if it's like, I don't know, because the brain will be the first thing to answer. It'll be like, I don't know. And then you read the question again or say it out loud. It's very powerful. And then just write whatever comes, say it out loud again, write whatever comes, say it out loud again, write whatever comes, say it out loud. Even if it's I don't know for 10 times, eventually it'll find something. And the magic that comes out of a journal prompt like that is freaking huge, right? These cards are the Herbal Astrology by Adriana Ayers. Freaking beautiful, right? You can screenshot that. Really, really beautiful deck. Energy's beautiful. The messages are really like deep and beautiful. Like, I want to say they're like conscious, up to date. You know, like some of the oracle cards, like Doreen Virtue, like I love the cards from her. I'll always keep them. I've got so many from 2005 when I, originally began, and they're always close to my heart. But like the channeled messages are very different to our consciousness today of the people creating decks today. So, but yeah, very, very up to date conscious wise, if you may. So Becky, so go and connect out. And when I say 6 months, it's sort of like, don't stress if nothing comes through for 6 months about what you're trying to create. It's like, again, trust the divine timing, know you're protected, but the frequency shift is what you're really grounding into now. Connect, community, explore, whatever that means to you. What you're hoping for and what you're scared of is foresight. Like, you're wanting to know the answer. You're wanting to know the answer, but it's like, can you just step back and trust? Because you're gaining a lot of strength right now, right? The motherwort, the lion, you're birthing a whole new world right now. Does that, like, if we needed any more confirmation of the messages we're getting for you? And again, because you're disintegrating out of an old web of consciousness and in your life, and a whole new world is birthing for you. So I want to say, give yourself time for that, connect to community, explore new options, opportunities, and just take care of yourself like a mother would who's birthing a baby. Yeah. I'm very picky with my decks, but I think I need those. I know, right? Yeah, these is so funny because I had this for some reason, like Amazon like recommended it to me, like they sometimes send me an email with what, I'd recommend. And I was like, oh yeah. And I sort of put it in my cart, but I was like, I don't really need another deck right now. And then probably like 2 weeks later, I went to the farmer's market at Noosa, and there was a woman who does the beautiful, like, I don't know, she does so much stuff. She's a beautiful woman from Mexico. And she had this deck open on the, you know, on her stall, and I picked it up to choose one. She's like, oh, no, this is the card for the day. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I think I need this deck. And yeah, the really, really beautiful deck. Like, look at this one, the horsetail, the patience, like just even the images, like you can feel the energy and the consciousness through the imagery as well, let alone, yeah, the deck, it's really beautiful. Anyway, I'm not affiliated, I just love decks. When I find a good deck, I love it. Yeah. Sharon says, journal higher self, help me see the best outcome that has not yet come into my frequency. Yes, exactly, right? Yes, Becky. So just trusting the flow, but doing things, but just like, you know, letting go. And what happens when we're in this letting go surrender? Let's say your 6 month like cocoon of letting go. It's a really big energy shift out of masculine, go, force, do, and deep dropping into your divine feminine, reconnecting back to intuition and like the beautiful connection flow, which sometimes we lose. We're doing it, but we lose it. And it just feels like it's a really deep connection back to this new frequency that you've been embodying, it feels like. Okay, I'll have another round of yes, pleases, please. Meg says, I had the neatest dream last night. I was opening different stages of forgiveness for certain people and situations. The content that I'm about to drop in Heart Chakra today is forgiveness. Because I'm the first to say, fuck forgiveness. If you're seething with anger and resentment and hurt and pain and you haven't dealt with the trauma of your past, fuck forgiveness, because you need to deal with that. It's just a band-aid and it doesn't fucking work. You'll just get sick, as we've talked about this week or the last week on my page and feed and stuff. Last week I think I spoke about it. Or this week, it was this week. I'm out of time because my birthday has been like a big week. But it's, you know, this is like literally what we're talking about in Heart Chakra consciousness. I'm just letting you know you guys are like on point with the Heart Chakra energy that's coming through. I love it. I was starting to wake up several times, but I was able to get back to sleep in the dream. So interesting that I feel like when we are in that wake sleep state of the dream, it's something we need to really remember. Yeah. The intuitive channel is fire. Yes, I love dropping messages in there, Julie. Love it, love it. Yeah, it's a personal message for you daily. So good. Okay, all right, checking these yes pleases. Good night, Kari. Julie says, I need to work on forgiveness. I asked myself recently if I know how to forgive. And like I say, so forgiveness, like for me, forgiveness is a byproduct of healing. And that's why I say fuck forgiveness. Like when you've healed like a big trauma, an issue from the past, you don't even need to, it's like you don't even think about forgiveness. Meaning like when you have healed from that situation, you will feel it in your soul and you'll naturally feel a softness towards, like you won't have the like anymore when you think about the situation. There just won't be a charge there. It'll just be like, and you'll know when you've healed from a situation because you'll feel it. Like it'll be like you will feel it. Like 100% you will feel it. Like this is what it is, right? And so like I said, like it's that forgiveness is a byproduct of healing, right? Forgiveness is a very religious, forgive your sins and shit. Fucking doesn't fucking work. That's covering up trauma. Like people, you forgive, but it's hard to forget. Just means you haven't healed properly yet. Plain and simple. It's still sitting in your body, muscle memory. Plain and simple. Trauma lives in our body. If you're not getting it out with the proper tools, which is what I teach in Trust Intuition, right? It'll stay in your body and stay in your psyche, right? There's specific healing processes. So Trust Intuition is opening soon, guys. It's my 9-month certification program where we go through the healing and how then you also can learn how to do it with clients as well. Like you heal first, because if you don't know how to do this, then how can you do it with the client? Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's why it is a big, long course. It's like we're doing it next year. It's spiritual bypassing. Exactly. Right? It's like, oh, I forgive, or you just need to go and meditate, or makes me sick. Like, that's how I feel about it. It's like, it's not healed. Like, it's just like, there's a Band-Aid, right? People got to be ready for that too, you know, like it's a big thing. So yeah, I want to say when you say I forgive, but it's hard to forget, I'm like, well, you're not really forgiving then, are you? Like, let's be real. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not forgiveness when you are still like, yeah, I forgive, but it's hard to forget. That's like, fuck, I'm really actually fucking still pissed that happened and you fucking hurt me. That's not forgiveness. Like, let's be real. And actually, let's just actually deal with the trauma that's still sitting in your body. Okay. Julie says, you usually drop the message right as I'm starting my day. Perfect. Love it. Natasha says, my heart has been heavy, totally ready for things to just even out around here. I love to just watch your lives and listen to you speak. Thank you. Hopefully it heals in some way. I feel like I've forgiven through the healing, but not actually done the process of forgiveness. Yeah, I'm going to talk deeply about that in the heart chakra today. So yeah, I love it. Your voice is so calming and caring. Thank you. It can be really wild and angry at times too, by the way, just not on live stream. I lose my shit though, at times. I'm fucking human and I feel the whole range of emotions. Yeah. I thought I was just useless at forgiving. No, absolutely not. You just haven't dealt with the shit that happened to you. That's all. That's all. That's all. It's normal because society's trained, you know, to not deal with it. So it's nothing you've done. Nikki says, this is also relevant to what I'm teaching at the moment. It's extra qualification. Calcification, like calcification. I talk about that in the heart chakra too, because it's all calcified scar layers. I talk about that in my book as well. Ancient Blended Healer, you're one of a kind. All right. So emotions, they are like wild animals. Fucking oath they are. Yeah. All right. I'm just checking this list of yes, please. Okay. Let me see. So Jamie Gardenia is jumping out at me and the 3 cards have come out. So this is for Jamie. So interesting what we're talking about. Bring love into the situation. Oh, you just received my book, Sophia. How exciting. Bring love into the situation. So this is for Jamie. Bring love into the situation. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. And what's this one? Have faith in your dreams. This one, a personal issue reaches conclusion. And this feels like the end of a cycle, but I feel like there's a lot of emotions still circulating. It's like there's a point going on for you where it's a kind of what we're talking about in a way. It's like everything's fine, but then it just sort of, it'll just trigger surface, if you may. And it's like, this is where, you know, bring love into the situation, as we've just been talking about. How interesting. Leading into your reading, Jamie. Pour love into the situation, yes. But this is like the end of a tough cycle approaches. Because see how this is like, this is new moon, full moon, crescent moon, and full moon. So there's 2 full moons, like I want to say very present, and that's why I'm like, it still feels like there's waves of emotions going on. By the way, guys, little tip, something really powerful to clear energy, to help release emotions. Some people cry easily, some people struggle to cry. Something that's really, really powerful and healing is watercolor painting. Now, I'm not talking about you have to be a professional artist. I'm talking about, you know, at your local $2 shop, you can buy like a watercolor pad of paper, and you can buy the little set of watercolor paper for probably under $10. You can buy $2 brushes, like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be proper art, like professional artistry. And I'm talking like, get the water, get the paper, like, and just get color onto paper. Like, you don't even have to know what you're painting. I'm not, you know, it's just like, if you're feeling upset but you can't cry, paint like water droplets that look like tears or rain, or, you know, like just, it really helps to get stuff out of your aura. And even with children, really, really powerful, especially if they've come home from school or the other parent's house or daycare or anything like that. They can be carrying everyone's energy, and especially when they're running around like lunatics and like they're being kids. But there's a time when it's like, it's over the top. Like, get the watercolor paints out. It literally drains. It's like the best chakra clearing ever, right? You want to clear your energy, get the watercolor paints out, like have fun, make it a mess. Like, the water taps into emotions and drains everything out of you. Or I'm covered in goosebumps as I say this. So interesting, because this is really coming through here, like the moon, the water. I just wanted to check, is Jamie still here? Because I'm not sure if she's still here, actually. Jamie Gardenia. I think that's how I pronounce the last name. You know, it's like the moon, the water, the emotions. You know, is this like it just gets it out, right? Very, very powerful. And it's like, you know, get it all out. There's all teardrops, and then get another piece of paper and then like draw, like, you know, like then you start thinking about someone you're angry with, or that they did this to you or whatever. And then it's like, you start like, get the red paint and get another piece of paper and like red dots everywhere. And then there's black in there too. And there's some brown, and then it just turns into a big mush, and then you throw that in the bin. Very powerful. Don't underestimate it. Very powerful. Very powerful to do with your kids as well. Like, let's paint. How's everybody feeling? I'm feeling happy, like smiley face or sunflower or whatever. Like, but there's also like the other, you know, just whatever wants to come out. And then it's like, what did you need? Like, oh, I needed protection, or I need an angel. And then you get another piece of paper and you paint an angel, right? So it's like, just like, don't underestimate something like that. So Jamie, for some reason, I needed to share that with you as well. And it's like, if you're needing to get stuff out, because it just feels like you're good, but it's sort of like at a tipping point. And also at a tipping point about breaking through to your dreams. That for you, Jamie, it almost feels like, I want to say, you've given up on your dreams, or you've forgotten about them, or you're like, is this really gonna work? You know what I mean? Like, is this really, it's like, you know, but it's like, yeah, it is. And it's like, this is the butterfly you need to follow, if you may. Like, this is like, don't lose that hope with everything that you're going through. And it's like the breakthrough, you know, like the end of a tough cycle approaches. It's kind of like you're almost there. And it is a goat with a mermaid's tail. And this is where I'm like, you've been working a lot deep in the subconscious, and it feels like it's been never ending, but it is coming to that cycle where you've broken out of that. And I want to say, like, what would the mermaid do now? A lot of water stuff coming through for you, Jamie. So whether you need to spend time at the ocean or a lake, or go to one of the sensory deprivation tanks, like, you know, the float tanks. I'm not sure if you've ever been to one of them, and you like submerge yourself in the magnesium and getting like the salt for you. Salt is very, number one, cleansing for our body. The pH of the ocean is the same pH as our blood. It's 8.3. And so there's something very powerful about soaking in salt water, because it's the same chemistry as our blood. And so, yeah, salt water for you. If you can't do that, put your feet in a bucket of salt water. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's something really powerful and grounding and healing, and it's almost like it just is like cleansing the last part for you or something with the salt water. So, yeah, so really strong message about water. The end of a cycle, it's like it's about to break through, and it might just be like there's emotions swirling around. So being in water will help cleanse the ocean. Cleanse the ocean. Being in water will help cleanse the ocean. It's an interesting concept. Cleanse your emotions, as well as just like, reset your frequency. And then, yeah, and just to like, I want to say, like, you're almost about to have the biggest breakthrough of your entire career and personal life. So, like, follow the butterflies. Follow the butterflies is what the message is there. Yeah, bring love into the situation. That was the past card, and it's like, that's what you have been doing. And I want to say it feels like it's been tough, because you're like, trying to fucking like, you're doing it, But it's like, is it working? And I'm like, yeah, you're about to have the breakthrough. Yeah. Okay. That was for you, Jamie. All right. Can I have another round of yes, pleases if you would like a reading, please? Julie did the realm attunement meditation. I think the realm attunement meditation is in the free essentials meditation pack, actually. So Julie's in the inner circle in the lounge, which is where you get access to all my meditations, all my courses, everything. The Reality Awareness Lounge will be opening very soon as well. So that's where you just get access to all the courses for the next 12 months. So it's 12-month container that you enter into in the inner circle in the lounge. And this is where you get access to every meditation, every course, everything that I release. You get immediate access to it for as long as you're in that space, the 12 months. But the realm attunement is in the free essentials meditation pack. If you don't have the free essentials meditation pack, there's quite a few meditations in there. There's the chakra clearing, there's a couple others I can't even remember off the top of my head now. But I know the realm attunement is in there. The realm attunement is a very powerful. All my meditations are powerful. My client said, she's like, that heart chakra consciousness one you just dropped this week, the codependent generational release. She's like, that was powerful. I'm like, I know. When I'm like, because I write them, I'm channeling them, and then I record them, and then I'm putting it together. So I like do it multiple times, and I'm just like, it's so massive. And they create really big shifts. So the realm attunement is like attuning your frequency to the realm of your home, to the dimension of your original soul home. So if you don't have my essentials meditation pack, just comment essentials below and I'll send you the link for that. It is free, that one. All right, so thank you for the round of yes pleases. And like I said, guys, if you would like to book a private psychic reading with me, just comment psychic below, because between now and Christmas, like my calendar fills up really quickly. So you'll want to, if you don't want to wait until 2024 to have a private psychic reading with me, then now's the time you want to book in for that. Okay. All right, thank you for the round of yes pleases. Let's see who this is for. Thanks, Kalina. Okay, so Julie, your name, when I scanned the yes pleases, Julie, your name came there. Linda said, I just went to the East Coast and the ocean kept drawing me there. I will be moving next spring. Oh my God, I hope I'm the same. Well, I've decided I need a country home and a beach home. I need both. It's like, this is like an essential meditation kit. Still talking about essential meditation kit. This is a essential manifestation tip. Are you ready for this? You better write this down. When somebody says, would you like this one or this one? You say, I'll have both. Thank you. Don't let your mind go, oh, I can only have one. Because we're trained like that. Society's trained like that. You say, when somebody says or, you say, no, I want both, thank you. All, thank you. And then you figure out how later. Okay? Okay? All. If you haven't watched my Wildly Wealthy Witches free training series, where I give all of these tips and more, you'll want to comment which below, and then like essential. Essential is, it should be called like a manifestation series, really. But it is like so important. I'll have both, thank you. Choosing either or. It's like, do I want a coffee or a chai? I'll have a dirty chai, thank you, because I'm going to have both. Thank you. Thank you very much. And honey as well. Do you want your cake and eat it too? Fucking oath I do. Thank you very much. Exactly. You guys get it, right? Okay, Tracy. Tracy's comments there. Julie, this reading is for you. 5 of fire. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Now, I know a little bit about you, Julie, so I feel like this is like the past stuff you've been like fighting to, what's the word, like stamp your stuff in the ground and go, this is mine, of like your purpose stuff. Like that's what that feels like. This one, interesting, 4 of earth, very balancing, 4 stabilizing, grounding number, as we know. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. And I want to say it's like a watch your spending card, but I almost feel like, where are you not trusting? More of the message is, where are you not trusting? And the stones on this card is really jumping out at me. So even though it looks like big tree roots, oops, sorry, I'm going backwards here. Tree roots, like here is like lots of stones where the, you know, rocks, like where the crystals are growing. It's not on the card, but, and it's almost like the crystals come from the stone, the crystals come from the earth. So why are you not trusting that there will be more where that came from? Like just getting that message, right? The strength card, Ariel, great inner strength, release harsh judgments and forgiveness and compassion. Didn't you just say you've been like working on forgiveness? Release harsh judgments. Great inner strength. So it's like ground. It's like, yeah, like grounding down this stuff. Yeah. A job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude. The path towards enlightenment. How loud is that helicopter? I wonder if it's going to go over the world. So this is like coming full circle. Taking a stand. Yeah, taking a stand, grounding it down onto the earth. I'm just going to ask for more information with this. Can you guys hear that? It's so loud. Julie says, oh my God, I'm working on a huge project for the community and I'm addressing the frivolous spending of the city and redirecting it to the children. There we go. Love it. Oh my God, I freaking love that. It's the best. So I'm being called to use the Druid Plant Oracle just to get more information for you. These are such beautiful cards. This card, sorry guys, I think the chopper's going straight over. This Oracle deck actually has there's animals as well as this one. It actually has an app. So there's lots of like tarot card Oracle apps out there. This one is brilliant though. I used to have a lot of the Doreen Virtue ones on my phone, then they don't make them anymore. And I just was like, oh, whatever. But I found this one, and on the app, it's the animal and the plant together. And it's so in depth. I ended up buying the hard copy because the app was brilliant, but there's actually more information in the app than there is in the hard copy. So, and they also give you this like, the layout sheet to put the cards on, which is kind of cool. Kind of a cool idea, right? Yeah, anyway, not that I've used it, but it's kind of a cool idea. Anyway, just giving a plug for this app. It's a really brilliant app. It's the only card app that I have on my phone. Anyway, this is for Julie. Yes, coming full circle would be so good. You would be so good of my progress since Goddess Codes. Goddess Codes was so powerful. Goddess Codes is still open actually, by the way, because I've been so busy. I was just like, I'm closing the doors to Goddess Codes at the end of September. I forgot about sharing that on here. So this one just fell on the ground and I just wanted more information. Look, there's the stones. There's something about the stones for you. Look, the stonework. Who's in the earth below you? Have you connected with the earth? I'm talking to the gardening goddess here. Hilarious. Man, it's been so windy here the last 2 days, like crazy windy. So Bethany. So this is Bethany. Let me just see. Oh, my phone's up there with the with the app. So we're just gonna have a look here. Bethany. How interesting. So this is the land, and I know you're doing the work on the land like that anyway, but Bethany, soothing discord, as you said, you're redirecting the spending of the city to the children. Soothing discord, dispelling negativity, and protection. So it fell out on the ground. So the ancient believed that Bethany protected both the soul and the body. Isn't that so interesting? And it's so like protecting the children. Isn't it interesting? It was also known as a wound wart for its ability to staunch bleeding and heal wounds. If you've chosen this card, it is possible you feel drawn to healing wounds. Maybe it's like healing the wounds of the earth underneath you, which I know you do, but it's coming through really strongly. Either in yourself or within others. When conflict occurs between people, there is often hurt and injury, and it's no easy matter to decide when to call a halt to the dispute and let it run its course. Which again, when you're talking about the forgiveness, how interesting, right? For conflict to be productive rather than destructive, clear communication must be fostered and vindictiveness minimized. What have I always said? Conscious communication can change the world and heal the world. A successful couple or enterprise is not one that never experiences conflict, but one that is skilled in resolving conflicts that inevitably arise in any meaningful relationship. The ability to resolve conflicts is at its heart a healing ability. Look what you're doing, right? If you need a confirmation of what you're doing. And one that is exemplified by Bethany with its reputation as a panacea and its outstanding medicinal qualities. I love that. Love that. The wind's really picked up. Helicopter, wind, I'm like, ooh, portal just opened. Today my students and I just planned a rock the hill with kindness, painting rocks and selling them for our garden supply, for our supplies at the new garden lounge. The rocks are calling. The rocks are jumping out. If you needed any more confirmation about what you're doing, Archangel Michael is like, a job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude, a path towards enlightenment. Beautiful confirmation for you. The ancestors of this land immediately came to mind, and I got those ones, the truth bumps. I love that so much. Oh, what special confirmation for you, Julie. I love that. Hi, Kate. All right, I'll have another round of yes pleases. Let's go. Let's go. I love that. It's beautiful. Beautiful and powerful. All right, guys, if you'd like to book a private psychic reading with me, like I said, my calendar fills up between now and Christmas very quickly. So if you don't want to wait until 2024 to book a private psychic reading with me, just comment psychic below and I'll send you the link. For that, we have the 21-day quantum trauma shifter starting on the 14th of October as well. I'm really excited about that 21-day journey that we're going to do together. It's going to be intensely powerful, amazing, and healing to its core, definitely. All right, this feels like a really strong, short, sharp message for, who is this person for? Yes, I'm so excited for it too, Kate, for sure. Okay, so Simone, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it just Simone? I see it spelled Seymonie, Doyle. And Leah also jumped out at me as well. So this message, these are the angel answers. It's a very direct message card, if you may. Remain positive. I want to say don't give up. And I want to say like your positive thoughts. So it's like this, all the light coming out of her brain. Sorry, I'm doing it back to front. Is like, this is like, wow, like through the others, like your positive thoughts are having a very positive effect, but it may be causing chaos around you, but it's like continue putting this out. Like the work that you're doing is making a difference, yeah? Tracy's holding a clear quartz sphere at the moment, my favorite, my favorite. The first time, Simone, okay. Simone, I don't remember what I said the first time. No Need to Worry is under the bottom card of the deck, right? And I just feel like it's a bit similar to the reading I just did before. I'm getting a download. So it feels a bit similar to the reading I did before, where it's like, oh, is this working? Who was it for? I think it was for Jamie. You know, it's like, oh, is this working? I don't know, like, can I keep going? Like, is it working? And it's like, yeah, it is. Remain positive, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like, yeah, like, no need to worry. Now, when I was just pulling the cards before from this deck, the Druid Oracle and, the Plant Druid, is it called? The Druid Plant Oracle, yeah. For Julie. And then I shuffled to finish the deck, but this card came back out, the Ivy, and I just felt like it was a message for the next reading already. So the Ivy, just going to see what this is. I know we know Ivy to be like poison ivy in a way. Let's see what it says. Yeah, prophecy, connection, death, and rebirth. So really confirming like, you're about to break through the cycle, keep going, there's no need to worry. So prophecy, connection, and I want to say like trust your intuition. Like your intuition is really correct, and that's why you're doing the thing anyway. So continue to, I want to say, keep pushing forward, meaning keep holding that because of like it's really like your intuition's correct about that. And so it says here, Ivy has since classical times been associated with prophetic intoxication sought by the Druids, particularly for creativity, so that their work is inspired by something greater than their own personalities alone. Selecting this card may mean that such inspiration is coming to you, or that you should seek it. To be receptive, you will need to still your mind, which means resolving any conflict or confusion that is troubling you. So we just came off of speaking about clear communication from that deck as well, for Julie. So remain positive. But is there a conscious conversation that you need to have with somebody to clear the air? Who comes to mind? Sure, there's no need to worry about that, but it does feel like there's something that needs to be cleared. Oh, I just shuffled again. There. Do you need any more confirmation? No. There we go. My intuition was right the first time. Talking about your intuition is correct. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that, of course. There we go. Beautiful. All right, guys, I think I've been on here for a long time. I'm going to go and drop the heart chakra content now for my tribe. So if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, like I said, my schedule fills up between now and Christmas. If you don't want to wait until 2024, now is the time to book in. So just comment psychic below and I'll send you the details for that. We've got the 21-day quantum trauma shifter coming up on the 14th of October. It's a beautiful group journey that we're going to go through over 21 days. And I'm really excited to channel what comes through for that. I can already feel it. I've already been putting notes down to really like create the stuff like for that, because it's powerful. I'm really looking forward to that. So just comment quantum below if you'd like the details for that. The Goddess Codes is still open and closes at the end of September as well. That's 4 months working with me privately. We've got the phone calls or video calls. Some people prefer phone. I prefer to get on video with you because we can clear so much in the calls. So we have fortnightly calls over the 4 months together. We can shift, clear, heal so much. Like Julie said before she was on it was powerful. I think I saw Karen jump on here. She was in Goddess Codes as well. And it's a really powerful container. You've got Telegram access to me every day as we go through, you know, ask me questions, answers at psychic readings, distance healings, whatever needed in the space of Goddess Codes is what we really activate, clear on such a deep level, clearing out the trauma so your light can come back. So comment Goddess below if you would like the details for the Goddess Codes. That closes next week as well. You're so very welcome. Yay! I'm touched by your reading. It resonated so much. Yay! Don't give up on your dreams. Love it. Oh, you're so welcome, Tracy. Thanks for being here, guys. I shall see you very soon. And sorry, I just saw Kelly's comment. Your card collection is impressive. Yeah, it's not even, I've still got some in the cupboard up there. These are just some of them. Yeah. long time collection. That's what I do. I love them. I love it. So see you guys.